fans, thanks for clicking on the Doretta D. Rose report. You know, it seems like I look the same every day. Man, that's awful. Hey, one of the creative ideas that's been discussed is to form a heel faction at Raw. And it's going to be consisting of, so far anyway, Ted DiBiase Jr., his brother Brett DiBiase, and Joe Henning, son of Mr. Perfect, Kurt Henning. And it's going to be dubbed the Fortunate Sons. Fortune Son. Brett and Joe Henning, of course, is down training in Florida Championship Wrestling right now. And they've been down there for a while, so I got a feeling they'll be moving them up fairly soon. While not appearing on last night's Impact broadcast, the storyline was that he was not in the building. Eric Bischoff was indeed backstage at Orlando's Impact show. They lied to us. A reader claims that outside the Impact zone last night, that they were before they came in, they were being warned before entering the building that the show would not be family friendly. If you've seen TNA last night, I haven't watched it yet. I taped it. What were they? You know, what kind of family, not family friendly, were they talking about? I don't know, they were talking about Jordan or who it was. But I haven't watched it yet. I just wanted to zero in on that spot so I can watch it over and over. Anyway, TNA has yet to remove Daniels from the roster page, even though he's released. It's been confirmed, but kind of got a feeling. You think he may show back up as a Suicide or maybe Curryman? I kind of like Curryman. I like the music and the dance. Matches taped for this week's Superstar last night before Raw included Evan Bourne and Yoshi Tatsu taking on Jack Ryder and Chavo Guerrero, and MVP taking on Carlito. Tommy Dreamer's non-compete clause with WWE ends this next week. And for those wondering, he was not backstage at TNA taping. The Vancouver Sun reports that the city officials will be having a teleconference with WWE officials this Friday to discuss bringing WrestleMania to the city. Strikeforce heavyweight champion, got a little bit of news on there in case you like MMA stuff, or Lashley. Anyway, Lashley, 5-0, posted the following on his, not his Twitter for once, but on his Facebook, explaining why he was not fighting April 17th on Strikeforce's CBS show. While it was previously reported, I'll call him back, Lashley was pulled because they couldn't find a suitable opponent at the time. Lashley revealed that he's actually recovering from sinus surgery. He said something about he thought his nose was bleeding, but it was not. Well, anyway, Rumor Control says, when I was given the chance to fight in April, the only thing that was on my mind was fighting. However, I had sinus surgery recently, and the BC of the surgery, my doc won't clear me for the fight. Said I tried working every angle, however, but after having sinus surgery, I wouldn't want to be punched in the nose. Although this is a minor setback, I'm continuing to prepare myself for my next fight, maybe soon. He later said, I was pretty upset about not being able to fight this month, but I will still be in attendance at Nashville to watch this spectacular card. Sheamus is featured on the new edition of Men's Fitness magazine, and one of the 25 fittest guys in the world. Not around here, but the world. Sheamus talks about how he learned to work out from his father and how he keeps in shape and always looking to better himself and accomplish goals. Sounds like me. After last night's Raw, David Otunga came back to the ring while John Cena was standing, or was still laid out. Otunga said Batista didn't have to wait until Extreme Rules to get his rematch against Cena. He could have it right now. Batista goes for a quick pin, but ends up tapping out after only a minute. Cena called out Otunga back to the ring, hit him with the attitude adjustment, and made him tap out. There's a lot of tapping going on. The first match announced for WWE's Extreme Rules pay-per-view this month is going to be Batista versus John Cena for the WWE title in a last man standing match. Batista invoked his rematch clause from WrestleMania 26 on last night's Raw. WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view takes place April 26 from First Mariner Center, I guess, Mariner Center in Baltimore, Maryland, with KFC being the sponsor. Ooh, slick. David Hasselhoff from Baywatch fame will be the guest host of next week's Raw from the UK. I think he lives over there, come to think of it. He eats his sandwiches off the floor over there also. WWE aired the first promo last night for the annual Superstar Draft, which takes place in the 3-hour Raw on April 26th. Eve Torres Maurice for the Diva title will take place next week. Now on next week's Raw after Eve won the first contenders and the Battle Royal last night's Raw. The $1 Million Belt showed up last night. It returned to WWE on with Ted DiBiase Jr. having it, playing the heel role, now wearing it. Ted says that his father, Ted Sr., passed it down to him. I would pass him, period, after he disrespected me at WrestleMania, the way he did. Anyway, Eric Bischoff was not at last night's Impact taping, it says. Will appear at this week's TNA live events in Kentucky and West Virginia. TNA Global Champion Rob Terry was legitimately busted open after taking a chair shot to the head from Homicide on last night's Impact. I haven't seen that. I'll have to watch. Anyway, Wolfpack versus Team 3D for the first time ever will take place next Monday's Impact. That show will be taped tomorrow night in Orlando. Angelina Love is the new TNA Knockout Champion after winning the belt in a strange lockbox gimmick on last night's Impact. She will defend the belt against Velvet Sky on next week's Impact in a leather and lace match. Below is a card. Below is a card. It says below on this for TNA's Lockdown pay-per-view World Champion title match. Pope takes on Styles. Lethal Lockdown is Flair. Flair's team is going to be Sting, Diamond Wolf, or Desmond Wolf, Robert Roode, James Storm taking on Team Hogan, which is the Biz, Jeff Jarrett, Rob Van Dam, Jeff Hardy. TNA X Division title is going to be Shannon Moore taking on Doug Williams, Mr. Anderson taking on Kurt Angle. There's been a pitch in WWE for a book on the careers and legacy of Dusty Rhodes and his son, Cody and Dustin Goldust, whatever you want to call him. Not sure why. It must be something interesting to bring out and put on print. There's also NXT rookie and host of last night's Raw, David Otunga, is going to be featured on Access Hollywood tomorrow. WWE is beginning to digitalize a number of their tape libraries this week. This is being done to make the libraries more accessible, easily accessible, for the planned WWE TV network. All you got to do is type in a time, date, boom, there's the match. Batista is going to be begin filming a WWE movie, Killing Karma, April 13th in New Orleans. It seems like whenever they start taping, they never miss any matches. Don't know how you do that. Anyway, I kind of waited until around 3 or 4 o'clock to see if I got the numbers in on the ratings for Monday's 2 shows, and you know there's 3. If you got cable, you got Raw, you got Impact, and you also got Ring of Honor. You get HDNet. Ring of Honor has got some really good matches on there. If you ever check them out, get a chance to get them. Hey, better get over here before somebody walks in or calls again. I gotta go.